So today we're going to talk about how big your buyers list should be and where to find the best buyers who are going to pay the most, who are going to fill up your bank account. But before we jump to today's episode, if you have not been over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, go ahead and check it out. Nextlevelwholesaling.com. I've got an awesome gift there for you. If you've ever wondered what is the very next step that I need to take to get myself off of this treadmill of how do I get my income to the next level? How do I get my time back? Got to go to nextlevelwholesaling.com and take this assessment. Okay. It's totally free. It's actually this really cool quiz that I created for myself, right? That rated me from my 4 areas of my business. So marketing, acquisition, disposition, and profit, right? Those are the core 4 there. And it'll ask you some questions. It'll give you a score for each one at the end, and it'll give you a score that you can actually try to beat every quarter, and it's completely confidential with yourself, right? But then you'll actually see while you're taking the test, what is the very next thing that you need to do? It's like the biggest aha. So go to nextlevelwholesaling.com. That is my gift to you. I'm telling you, take the assessment. You're going to love what you learn about yourself. All right. So before I jump in today's show, after that also got a great piece of good news. Speaking of buyers list and big deals, let's go ahead and listen to this huge success from one of our coaching students today, and then I'll jump into the show.
I got a deal listed on the market last week on Friday, and by Sunday, I got a buyer. It's not a huge deal, but it's, nonetheless a deal. I got it under contract for $411,500, and I think it's worth about $460. We had listed it on the market for $440, and we got tons of showings. And we got offer for $450 the next day. Then we got a $455. Then we got a $460 with no contingencies. As far as no inspection contingencies. So, yeah, we're happy about that.
All right, so let's talk about that buyers list. So number one, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to have a really, really, really good buyers list. And if you think you know everything about buyers, please listen to today's show. I hear a lot of garbage out there, people saying you need thousands and thousands and thousands of people on your buyers list. And that's a bunch of malarkey. We're going to talk about this in a second. But number one, I'm going to talk about why having the right buyers on your list, and a lot of them, is really, really important. And that's because you've got to create competition for your properties. I can tell you that a good process for selling to your buyers and having the right buyers on your list will make or break you in this business. It's the difference from you selling a deal for $15,000 to $50,000 in profit. I'm talking about net profit in your pocket. That's the difference between enough of the right buyers on your list. And so you must create competition. I can't tell you how many times I see the big brother, little brother, or the big sister, little sister syndrome, with the wholesaler being the little brother or sister and the buyer being big brother, mentor to little brother or little sister. It's the most manipulative relationship that you can imagine. Okay, so you need to get out of this toxic relationship of the big brother, little brother thing and create some competition among your buyers. And by the way, your buyers are great people. I love them. They give business to us, but you got to start acting like you guys are on the same footing. And so you must create competition. The other thing why this is important is why you need a lot of the right buyers, and listen to what I'm telling you, is that people come and go. People are in the business, people are out of the business, right? And so just relying on one buyer for your business, I'm telling you what, it's one of the worst things that you can do. Recently, we had a slowdown in the fourth quarter of 2022, and I can tell you a lot of people just left, like overnight. Their business is shut down. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, where'd all the buyers go? Right? And so people come and go. And so you need to constantly be refreshing that list. Number 3 is that buyers buy in different areas. One might buy on the east side of town. One might buy on the west side of the town. In San Diego, I know some buyers who love Encanto, and I know other buyers who hate it. I know other people who like North San Diego, like Carlsbad. Other people like, no, I'm staying out of that area. And so you need multiple people to be able to buy. Okay. The other part about this is that people have different cycles in their business, buyers. And one day they want all the houses that you can buy, and the next day maybe they bought 5 and they're out of money, or their private lender cut them off and they have no more money to buy houses. And so you're like, hey, I've got a deal. And they're like, okay, I'm going to give you a lower number than I normally would because I'm just not that motivated to buy. And so you must create an abundance of the right kind of buyers in your business. Okay, so that being said, what is Todd Toback telling you to do? Number one, I prefer to list my properties on the multiple listing service with a broker. And so that's the best buyers list known to man. I create a lot of competition there. I get access to all the buyers. I have a broker do all of the heavy lifting there. They earn a piece of the deal, which is well deserved. And I get top dollar for my property. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want to sell to your buyers list, and I still sell to my buyers list occasionally, right? I'm going to teach you how to find the right amount of buyers and the right kind of buyers. So, in my opinion, now you're ready for this? I'm going to blow your mind here. If you're in one market, you need, ready for this? 50 good buyers. 50. Now, what do I mean? What defines a good buyer? Because I hear people saying, oh, I've got 2,000 people on my buyer's list. I've got 10,000 people on my buyer's list, right? Oh my gosh, I've got the largest buyer's list in the country. Well, first of all, that's a bunch of malarkey, because even if you sent an email out, only a small portion is going to open those emails, if that's even true. Second of all, there are probably so many fake buyers on that email list and other wholesalers, you're just wasting a lot of time. A lot of that is dated, and that's not my recommendation. So what defines a good buyer? A buyer is someone who have bought in my area. Are you ready for this? In the last 3 to 6 months. Okay. I prefer the last 3 months, but I'll go as much as 6 months. That's it. And so if you take a look at buyers who are buying in your area in the last 3 to 6 months, I mean, how many are there? There's not that many, right? And so you want 50 good people. If you've got 50 good people who have bought in the last 6 months in your area, man, you are doing good. Look, it could be up to 100, but it's not thousands. And so I want people who are proven buyers. I'm not talking about, oh, I've got connections, or I'm gonna buy, or I'm representing this person. I'm looking for actually proven people who are buying right now. So one of my favorite ways to find this, and some of my favorite buyers, are people from the auctions. Okay, real estate auctions, which they still have them in a physical way in most counties. But one of my favorite ways to do this is find buyers who are at the auction. So I love to get to the auction. Not me personally, actually. I hire someone to do this, but you could do this to yourself an hour before the auction starts. And you're going to see people there who are ready to bid. And what I love about these people is that these people are used to bidding against other people. They're used to paying a lot of money. They're used to not getting on the inside. And they're used to leaving non-refundable cash deposits. Me and this auction buyer are going to be very, very good friends. So get there an hour early, get a clipboard, say, you could have a t-shirt that say, I've got properties 20 to 30% below market, right? Or a hat, right? Want deals? Put a little, question mark, a black hat with white writing, a little question mark on there, want deals, right? And then go up to everybody and say, hey, look, I'm a local wholesaler in this area. I've got deals that I have come up in the market. Would you want to be on my buyers list? Get their name, phone number, email. Name, phone number, email. You do that, you should be able to get 15, 20 buyers every single time you go. I'm telling you, it works. One time I sent a college kid down there and I said, hey, I'm going to give you $20 for every name that you get, right? He went down there, got 20 names. I gave him $400. He was over the moon. By the way, I still sell to some of those buyers. What I love about that is that those people are there right now. They're buying right now. They pay cash, and they're buying in your area. Those are like the best buyers. I'm going to tell you how to follow up with those people in a second. Number 2 is your escrow company or your title company or your lawyers, right? They know who's closing deals right now, right? Say, hey, could you refer me to some of your buyers, right? I'd tell you if I sell a deal to them, I will bring them here, right? Ask for a referral, intro, email, phone number, right? So if they won't give you the names directly, say, hey, could you do an email intro, right? You're going to get 2, 3, 4 buyers there. Boom. Like, you love it because you know that they're buying. You know the escrow company knows them, right? And so everybody wins. 3 is direct mail. So what I like to do is if you go to listsource.com, or you could also use some other tools that like FreedomSoft, which I'll talk about in another episode. But basically, if you look for cash buyers who have bought in the last year in your market for cash, or you can say that they've used, that's not going to catch people who bought with hard money loans, but just try cash first, right? That's a great, great, great way to find those people, all right? And you could send them a postcard and ask them and say, hey, are you interested in buying wholesale deals? I've got something, give me a call. I love direct mail. You're not going to get a ton of buyers if you do that, but you'll get the right buyers. You send out 300 postcards, you're going to get 1 or 2 calls back. Hey, you're going to pay about $150 for each good buyer, maybe even less, right? You know, you send out the postcard. Next is cold calling. You can cold call that list that I just talked to, but you got to have that list. Okay, so you can go to ListSource and see people who bought for cash in the last year, right? Just go to last market sale date, 1 year or less, check single family homes, and then the zip codes that you want, and that's where you'll get the list. Okay, super cheap. The next thing, and you're gonna like this. This is my a really ninja thing. So what you want to do is get on the other wholesalers lists in your town, right? So go to all the Facebook and find all the other wholesalers and get on all of their lists, right? Your mailing list. And then what you want to do is wait for them to send out deals. And then 30 days after they send those deals out, right? You ready for this? This is ninja. First of all, write the address down, but then see who bought that deal. Oh, isn't that juicy? Right? That is ninja. So go to local real estate investing groups, right? Find all the wholesalers there and build a relationship. Say, hey, great, can I get on your buyers list? And have them put your email on their list, right? And so that way you should be getting several emails a week of other wholesalers who are buying in the area. Who are locking up deals. Wait a month, right? And see who they sold the property to. And then go ahead and contact that buyer and put them on your list. Now notice, if you do this, you're not going to have thousands of buyers. You're probably not going to have 500 buyers, but you got 30, you got 50, you got 100 good buyers on your list. Man, oh man, let me tell you, you're going to win. You are going to win big time. Now, I've got a lot of episodes on how to create competition, right? We have a starting bid price on all of our houses. We make people come in at our highest and best. And I'm telling you, this is how you make the real money. Okay. So what's my answer? Forget about all the talk about thousands of buyers, right? You got 30 real ones that I'm talking about right here. You got a winner. 50 is a good, 100 is a better, but I'm telling you right, you got 100 good buyers. That's great. Now you're like, Todd, what's better, 30 or 100? Look, don't obsess over this, right? If you got 30, you're ready to go to war. You got 100, you are really, really, really doing good. My only challenge to you is constantly refresh this list, right? Don't get lazy. Refresh your list every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you're getting the new buyers coming into town, and you are going to be very, very, very pleased because a portion of those are going to fall off, right? Life is going to get in the way. Some are going to leave in the business. Some are going to get in over their head. Some are going to get picky about their areas, right? And so just know that this is a part of the business to keep sharpening your sword, and your business will thank you. Remember, head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, download that assessment, take the test. Let me know, right? Send me an @Todd Toback on Facebook. Love to hear what you're up to, and I will talk to you on the next episode.